Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We've turned the programming reins tonight over to Broadway great Chita Rivera, who can claim among her many awards and honors the 2009 Presidential Medal of Freedom. Couldn't be more pleased than I am to have Chita Rivera sitting to my left tonight, and as a devoted movie fan, being this month's TCM guest programmer. Welcome back, Chita.
It's such an honor to sit here with you.
For me, too, believe me.
It really is. I mean, you know, these are the things that happen in your life if you're lucky. You know, this is a gift, and I'm just, I can't tell you how happy I am.
Well, you're a gift, and that's also your medal right there, isn't
yes,
it? That's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm honored.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
The next film Chita handpicked for us is, like our last movie, also a fright film. This one not about spirits from another world, but somebody stitched together in this world. It's a movie that helped create Hollywood's horror film genre. It's Frankenstein, released in 1931, starring Colin Clive and Boris Karloff.
Oh,
now
this
is okay. Now, why am I talking? Why did this? Why of this of all movies did this hit you so hard?
Oh my God, it's classical. It's like ballet. You know, he's so unique. He's so sympathetic. We all know the story. I mean, you know, it's a very sad story, but that figure itself, his walking, the way he moved, his height, the black and white, the shadows in the back where we were talking earlier about choreography. Last night I was looking at it again. I still was frightened to death. And I don't know if I spoke about, I did a Carol Burnett show with Caterina Valenti, but on the same show was Boris Karloff.
Oh, boy.
I am telling you, and he scared the heck out of me, even as Boris Karloff. He defined that monster with such a graceful, he must have spent a lot of time figuring out how he would walk, how his hands would raise, when they would raise, how he would turn his head. There's not any other character for me in films better than Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. Because it still, to this very day, scares me, and yet I am fascinated in watching it. I mean, and it makes me laugh, you know, that this man, this gentleman who wrote beautiful children's books, was a very handsome man, a head full of white hair. But when he came towards me to say hello, I really wanted to pick up my skirts and say, I'll see you later. Because I'll never forget him coming through those doors. So I consider Frankenstein a true classic. And I don't think there will ever be another. Everything's blood and gore today, you know. Then it was the story.
And the heart.
And the heart.
The heart,
and the heart, you know.
You set it up very well. Here's the film from 1931, directed by James Whale, the film which made a major star out of Boris Karloff, Frankenstein.
How do you do?
Mr. Henry doesn't need this. Well, as I said before, I say again, here's to a son, to the house of Frankenstein.
Indeed, sir. We hope so, sir.
back with the Dancer's Dancer, Chita Rivera, who chose that film for us, and all the films we have on tap for you tonight.
I'm alive.
I'm alive. Now, changing subjects, but I want to talk a little about this Presidential Medal of Freedom you got in 2009.
Right.
Tell a little about that experience. You go to the White House.
Yes, you go to the White House and you find yourself, first of all, when you get the call, you go, excuse me, I think you probably have the wrong number. And you get to the White House and you're amazed that you're there with these phenomenal people, you know, Archbishop Tutu, Supreme Justice, you know, O'Connor, and, you know, it was so many of them. And it's also humbling. You don't really know why, because all you did was work, and you were passionate about your work. You worked really hard. Hopefully you're a great example for the young kids coming up. And so this is just natural, you know. And the president says, as I'm sitting there, he describes it as being just that. People that are part of the community, that are doing what they love to do, only because they love to do it. It was a wonderful moment when the president said what the medal meant. And I suddenly realized that it was okay that I was there. I felt comfortable amongst these wonderful people. And it was another one of those great moments where I could look down the pond in D.C., because I was born in D.C., and see where my father used to let us run around the Washington Monument. And I was able to say to myself, oh my, we've come a long way, haven't we?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Really
it's
wonderful.
Nice. I'm very lucky.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So let's move on. Up next, Chita's going to be coming back to talk about another film she chose for us, and she's going to be telling us why. It's another one of my favorite films, a magical Technicolored movie from 1942 based on a tale by Rudyard Kipling, which 25 years later was turned into an animated feature by the Disney Company. We have the live-action version.